All right, let's dive into a story that really gets you thinking about faith, ritual, and the wild power of just taking things literally. At the center of it all is a young orphan named Adhaiya, and his simple, bedrock belief is about to put 100 years of religious tradition to the test. You know, this whole story really boils down to one huge question. What is true faith, really? Is it about following all the ancient rules to the letter? Or is it something more direct, more honest? Something that comes straight from our most basic human needs? We're gonna see this clash play out through our two main characters. So on one side, you've got a priest. This is a man who spent an entire century in meticulous, dedicated service to the god in his temple. And on the other side, we've got a boy whose idea of devotion looks, well, a whole lot different. And the contrast between them is just, wow. The priest's entire world is built on symbolism and abstract rules, but Adhaiya's world, it's about as direct as it gets. I mean, get this, his name, Adhaiya, literally means 2.5. Why? Because that's how many kilos of bread he needs to eat every single day just to feel full. His faith isn't some high-minded concept, it's tied directly to his survival. So this fundamental difference right here, this is what sets up the central conflict. It's the classic unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. The priest invites Adhaiya to live at his ashram, but there's a major catch, a rigid rule that is about to collide head-on with Adhaiya's most basic, non-negotiable need. And that rule is Ekadashi. For the priest, this is a secret pillar of his faith. Twice a month, the kitchen fire goes out. No cooking, no food. Period. But for Adhaiya, a boy who defines himself by the food he needs, 2 days a month without eating, that's just not gonna fly. It's impossible. And this, right here, tells you everything you need to know about Adhaiya's character. He doesn't argue. He doesn't try to find some clever loophole. He just lays it out there with this simple, powerful ultimatum. His reality is hunger. And for him, any belief system that ignores that reality is a system he just can't be a part of. His faith demands to be lived, not just performed. Okay, so the priest, not wanting to lose this boy, offers a compromise. He says, fine, Adhaiya, you can cook, but you have to do it out in the forest, away from the ashram. And there's one condition. He must first make an offering to God, or takorji. And this, my friends, is where the story shifts from a simple disagreement to a profound test of two very different kinds of faith. Now for the priest, this instruction is pure ritual. It's all about bhavana, the feeling, the intention you put behind the act. He just tells Adhaiya to fold his hands and invite God. But Adhaiya, who is completely free from the baggage of symbolism, hears something totally different. He hears a direct instruction to invite God over for a meal. So out there in the forest, with his 2.5 kilos of bread all cooked, Adhaiya does exactly what he thought he was told to do. He just calls out, plain and simple, for the priest's God to come and eat with him. And in the world of this story, that simple, honest invitation, it's more powerful than any formal prayer ever could be. Adhaiya storms back to the ashram, hungry and absolutely furious. He tells the priest, "You lied to me. Your God showed up and ate the entire meal before I even got a single bite." The priest, of course, thinks the boy is just a glutton making up tall tales. He completely, totally misses the first sign that Adhaiya's faith is plugged into a much more powerful circuit. But this wasn't just a one-time thing. Oh no. Adhaiya's simple dinner invitations are about to start attracting an ever-growing and, let's be honest, an unbelievable divine entourage. So on the next Ekadashi, Adhaiya asks for 5 kilos of flour. Why? Because the priest's God is coming again, and this time Adhaiya wants to make sure he gets his own share. Well, this time, God brings his wife. The next fast, his brother comes along, so they need 7.5 kilos. Then his servant joins the party, and Adhaiya has to demand 10 kilos. With every single fast day, Adhaiya's frustration is mounting, and the priest's disbelief is just getting more and more solid.
By the 5th Ekadashi, you just know something has to give. Adhaiya, who's now been left hungry 4 times in a row, has had enough. He is done playing host to these divine freeloaders. His patience has officially run out, and his simple, honest faith is about to trigger the story's unbelievable climax.
So this time, when God and his family show up, Adhaiya puts his foot down. He tells them, nope, you want to eat? You gather the wood, you light the fire, you cook the meal yourselves. And incredibly, God agrees. But then he reveals something that is going to absolutely shatter the priest's entire worldview. He, too, has to make an offering.
And just like that, the god that Adhaiya has been feeding, the very same god the priest has worshipped as a statue for 100 years, calls out to an even higher power, the god of all gods, the Thakur of the entire cosmos.
The priest, hearing all this commotion from the forest, runs out to see what on earth is going on. And what he sees is, well, it's everything. Not just his god, but the entire celestial court, the Thakur of the cosmos and all his followers, descending to share a meal cooked in the dirt, all because one hungry boy refused to fast.
And this is the true miracle of the story. It isn't really about a boy who can summon gods. It's about the complete and total transformation of the priest, a man whose rigid, rule-based understanding of faith is about to be shattered and then rebuilt from the ground up.
I mean, just imagine this moment from the priest's perspective. For 100 years, his god was an inert stone figure in a temple. His offerings were symbolic gestures that were never actually eaten. And now, he is watching not only his god, but his god's god, literally eating bread. In that single instant, he finally understands that Adhaiya's honest, need-based faith accomplished what his own lifetime of ritual never could.
He falls at Adhaiya's feet. He doesn't just praise the boy, he calls what Adhaiya did a revolution. And he's right. It was this revolution, this simple, stubborn insistence that faith must serve life and not the other way around, that finally allowed the priest to truly meet his God.
And that really brings us to the core message here. Adhaiya doesn't ask for anything at the end. He doesn't gain wealth or special powers. The entire story, his entire journey, was the catalyst for the spiritual awakening of the priest. Adhaiya's simple faith was the key that unlocked a door the priest didn't even know existed.
So, this story leaves us with a final, powerful thought. It suggests that sometimes the most profound spiritual truths aren't hiding in some complex, ancient text or elaborate ritual. Maybe, just maybe, they're waiting in the simplest, most honest questions we can ask. What miracles might we be missing by just overlooking simple truths?